Hi guys, today we are gonna do a quick tutorial about lesson 3.1, reciprocal of a linear function. So equation for linear function is y is equal to x, and for its reciprocal is y is equal to 1 over x. So we are gonna look at this problem. It says sketch a graph of each function, state its domain, range, y-intercepts, and the equation of the asymptote. So here's our equation. K of x is equal to -8 over 5x plus 4. So our first step is to find the vertical asymptote. For that we sub in 5x plus 4, the the denominator. 5x plus 4 is equal to 0. 5x is equal to -4, x is equal to -4 over 5, x is equal to -0.8. So now we know our vertical asymptote is on -0.8. So our second step is to find domain. So our domain is x such that x is not equal to -0.8 and x is element of all real numbers. Okay, and then we start finding our end behavior. So as x approaches -0.8 from positive side, so that means from positive x-axis. So for that we need to find the numbers that is close to -0.8. So the numbers that are close to -0.8 are -0.799, -0.7999, -0.79999. And so we sub in these values, the x values, in our calculator, and we get the y values. So y values we get for 0.799 is -1600, for 0.7999 is -16,000, and for 0.769999 is -160,000. So we can say that therefore as x approaches -0.8 from positive side, so this positive right here means from our right side, that is positive x-axis, and y approaches -infinity. So as we took numbers for -0.8 that approaches -0.8 from right side, we need another number that approaches -0.8 from left side as well. So we take numbers like -0.801, -0.8001, and -0.80001. Again, we sub in these x values to our calculator, and we get the values for y as 1600, 16,000, and 1600000. So we write a therefore statement as we wrote for the right side. So it says the therefore statement is as x approaches -0.8 from left side, this negative sign from left side, that is our negative x-axis, y approaches positive infinity. So as x approaches infinity, we use these big numbers because they are telling us that x is approaching to infinity. So as x approaches 1000, y is -0.00158. For the x is equal to 10,000, y is equal to -0.000159981. For x is equal to 10,000, y is equal to -0.00016. So therefore, so we again write out therefore statement. It's as x approaches in positive infinity, y approaches 0. So this negative sign right here tells us that it's coming from negative y-axis and approaches 0. So as x approaches negative infinity, so these numbers right here are telling us that x is going to negative infinity. So as x is -1000, y is equal to y is equal to positive 0.001601. As x is equal to -10,000, y is equal to 0.00016001, and as x is equal to -100,000, y is equal to 0.00016. As x approaches negative infinity, y approaches 0 from positive side. So this positive sign right here tells us that y values approaches 0 from positive y-axis. So now we sub in the values for x in our equation. Minus 8 is equal to 5x plus 4, so that we get some good points and we get a perfect sketch. So k is equal to negative 2, negative 8 over 5 into negative 2 plus 4, negative 8 over negative 10 plus 4, negative 8 over negative 6, that is equal to 1.33. So now we have x is equal to negative 2 and y is equal to 1.33. So our coordinates are negative 2 and 1.33. So we need another point. So we took k is equal to 1, that is equal to negative 8 over 5 into 1 plus 4, negative 8 over 5 plus 4, negative 8 over 9, so which is equal to negative 0.888. So now we have x equals to 1, y equals to negative 0.88. So now our coordinates are 1 and negative 0.88. So as we look into our table of values, we know that right here it's approaching negative infinity, and this is approaching positive infinity, and this is approaching negative infinity. So this red line is our vertical asymptote at 0.8, and then our points are negative 2 and 1.33. So now we draw a sketch of our function. So we draw our axis, and this is y-axis and this is x-axis. So this red line right here is our vertical asymptote, and the yellow line right here is our horizontal asymptote, y is equal to 0. So our points were negative 2 and 1.33. So this is right here. So we just join these points, and in this axis and in this quadrant our point was 1 and negative 0.88. So we just join it and sketch our graph. So after that we are totally done with our problem. So we found our domain, we have our range, and then we have the equation of asymptote. So yeah, so domain is equal to x such that x is not equal to negative 0.8 and x is elements of all real number. Range is y such that y is not equal to 0 and y is element of all real number. Vertical asymptote is at y is equal to negative 0.8, and horizontal asymptote is at y is equal to 0. Thank you guys, hope it helps you. Good luck.